Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Nick Tan Chats, my magic and mostly mentalism review show. My name is Nick Tan, and on today's episode, I'll be chatting with you guys about Pretty Penny by Michael John. So hi again guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for showing up, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for spending some time with me today. So on today's episode, we'll be chatting about Pretty Penny by Michael John. And what is Pretty Penny? Well, it is a coin in bottle effect. Okay, so if you're not familiar with this effect, what happens is, you would have like a clear glass bottle, okay, of some kind. It can be a beer bottle, a wine bottle perhaps, and then you display a coin. Okay, typically, an American quarter or American half dollar is used, and then you proceed to slam the coin into the bottle. Okay, so the coin is just jiggling around inside the bottle, just making a lot of noise. In some handlings that I've seen, you can actually hand the bottle out and people can actually look at the coin while it's in the bottle. And then the routine usually ends by the performer kind of just shaking the bottle and then just producing the coin from the bottle itself. And everything can then be, well, examined, okay? The bottle can be handed out, the coin can be handed out as well. And then they will, see that the coin can't even fit in the mouth of the bottle to begin with. So I think there have been some published handlings, over the years. The one that I was kind of familiar with at one point in time, and this was years ago, was the one that I learned from Michael Amar, I believe. Okay, and it used, a special coin, okay, that I needed to get, right, in order to perform the effect. And in all honesty, this is not an effect that I have performed live at all. Okay, well, maybe there was once, I think. Maybe once, okay, in a show of some kind, just once. But I've not really performed the effect at all, so, I've got not much experience with this sort of an effect. However, despite my lack of experience, the visuals in this particular handling, Pretty Penny, was just so incredible. When Michael John asked if I would be interested to have a look at this, I immediately just said yes. So I thought it would be great to show you guys one of the handlings of Pretty Penny, okay, that you will learn on this particular download. So you display a Corona bottle, all right, a bottle of beer, a really common kind of a beer, I suppose. Well, I have one from Henry Harris, but that one doesn't really work for this, okay? So you display the Corona bottle, you display a 10-cent piece, all right? This is a Singapore 10-cent piece. Obviously, if you're in America, you will perform this with a penny, but here I'm just going to do it with a 10-cent piece. Okay, so you display the bottle, display the 10-cent piece, you lay the coin just at the base of the bottle, like that, and at this point you just push, and the coin just goes into the bottle. Okay, and it's really in there, okay? And you can hand this out for examination immediately after you're done. So that was one of the handlings of Pretty Penny that you will learn on the tutorial video. What you get in this particular download, well, you will get about 43 minutes worth of video instruction. So on the video, you will have Michael John, who will take you through every single thing that you need to know in order to perform Pretty Penny, all right? From, coins and bottles, and he will teach you exactly the method that he uses to put a real coin, all right, a real penny inside of a real Corona bottle. Once he has taught you the method for putting the coin inside the bottle, he will then teach you various ways to perform Pretty Penny, all right? Handlings such as the optical coin rise, there's a coin slam, quarter penny, and also penny push. Everything is really well shot, easy to follow along. There's some live performances as well, so it will be inspiring for you to get started on this effect immediately. So I'm going to say right now that when I saw the tutorial video, the first thing that struck me was how good looking this guy is. When I first saw him, I was like, this guy looks like he's straight out of an action movie, from Hollywood or something like that. He just looks like a star. Okay, so I'm not sure how relevant this information is, but it's just my opinion. So on this video, Michael will teach you guys how to put a real penny inside of a real Corona bottle. Okay, now I was quite surprised at the method. Okay, well, granted, I'm not familiar with the size of American pennies. I mean, magicians here, we mainly just use, quarters maybe, American half dollars and silver dollars, right? But very rarely I think I've ever seen, the penny, So I wasn't sure about the size, but I was quite surprised at the method that he taught, about how to put the coin inside the bottle. And the thing is this, once the coin is in the bottle, it really is in there, okay? So it won't be able to be removed, okay? And you can actually hand the bottle to a spectator and they can keep the bottle, all right, with the coin inside as kind of like an impossible souvenir. So I've just poured away the Corona, all right, the beer that was inside this bottle, okay, just to make a small point, all right. So once the coin is in the bottle, okay, as I mentioned earlier, you can hand the bottle to the spectator, they can keep it as a souvenir. Well, there are kind of two versions of this, all right, as to how to put the coin inside the bottle that Michael will teach you. And once you have performed one of the versions to put the coin inside the bottle, all right, you've performed the effect, they can actually try, okay, to take the coin out of the bottle. Now, I'm not sure if you guys can see that, okay, but it is clear that the coin isn't coming out, all right? There's really no way for the coin to come out at this point. All right, it's really just in there, okay? And that is why in this version, it is really cool because you can hand this bottle out and you can give it to the spectator and they can keep this as a souvenir. So as I mentioned, Michael will teach you how to put the coin inside the bottle, okay? And he will also teach you a couple of versions of Pretty Penny, all right? So there's one version that is called the optical coin rise, I believe. And that one is really, really cool. In fact, that was the effect, the trailer of which I saw that made me really interested to have to learn the method, okay? So you would rest a coin on your palm, you would take, an empty Corona bottle, you would rest it on the coin, they will see the coin rise and kind of melt right through the bottom of the glass bottle, okay? And then you can just immediately shake the bottle and hand it to the spectators and they can keep the bottle. There is another version called quarter penny. Now this one I like quite a bit. Out of all the methods taught, I think this one will be probably the one that I would like to perform. Okay, so you would borrow a couple of coins, maybe 2 coins, okay, a quarter and a penny. You would rest the coins stacked up with the penny on top of the quarter. You would then place the bottle on the coins, okay? The spectator can then hold the mouth of the bottle, and after a moment, they lift the bottle and it is seen that the penny is now inside the bottle. Penny push is the effect that you saw me demonstrate earlier, all right, where it's a bottle full of Corona, and you just take a coin and you just press it and it melts right through the bottle. And then there is also penny slam, which is it was technically the most difficult, I think, for me to perform. So I tried it, but it's not something that I think I will be doing. There is a bit of a knack to it, but it is quite visual as well because you show the bottle, an empty Corona bottle, you take the coin and you just slam the coin into the bottle. So what do I like about Pretty Penny? Well, first of all, if you can perform Pretty Penny, okay, and I say if, all right, and I'll get to the reason why I say that towards the later part of this video. If you can perform Pretty Penny, it will be really worth your while, okay, because it is really, really impossible looking, because the bottle can be handed away, handed out to the spectator and they can keep the bottle with the coin in there, okay? And it's just a really cool souvenir to give away, right? It's like an impossible object that people can bring home, put it on their shelves, and they can talk about it for the rest of their lives. I also loved the visual element of the optical coin rise, okay? Because in that one, if you search for the trailer, you will see it. The coin just kind of visibly moves and melts through the bottom of the bottle, and then you immediately shake and you can hand the bottle out. So I thought that looked really, really good. In fact, when I first saw that effect, I didn't believe that the bottle could be handed and given away. I thought it was just one of the phases and you would have to remove the coin from the bottle at the end somehow. But no, you can really just give the bottle away. So yeah, I think the effect is really strong, because if you do enjoy coin and bottle, I don't know of many people here who perform it, but if you do perform coin and bottle, I think this is a worthwhile one to look into. okay, because it's really convincing, I think, and you know, especially the point that you can give them an impossible souvenir. So let's get to the negatives of Pretty Penny, okay, because there are a couple of things which are a bit difficult to handle, okay, and I think you guys, you know, you would like to hear about it as well. The first thing is, well, you'd have to find the right bottle and the right coin. Okay, now if you are in America, if you are in the States, that has been solved for you. Just use a Corona bottle and one of your American pennies, and you should be good to go, all right, to perform any one of the versions that Michael will teach you about how to put the coin inside the bottle. Okay, now if you are like me in a foreign country, if you're in Singapore perhaps, well, you'd have to find the right coin. Okay, so first of all, I would love to use a Corona bottle. All right, now the reason being, it is a clear glass bottle. You know, some of the other bottles that I was looking at, you know, well, I was experimenting with different bottles, okay, but some of the other bottles, they were kind of, you know, colored bottles, and it was kind of, you know, dark, all right, in some situations. So I think for the effect to be clear, right, you need to have a clear bottle. That sounds like a joke. Clear effect, clear bottle. Anyway. But yes, you know, I think it's best to perform this with a transparent bottle, because then the effect, you know, it's really clear, you know, and people can see the coin in there. So, you know, without saying too much, you know, you do have to experiment. If you're not in the States, you do have to experiment with the right bottle, you know, looking for the right bottle and the right coin as well. Okay, so it took me a bit of experimentation to find the right bottle along with the right coin. But even then, it's not like 100% for me yet, okay? Because the coin that I'm using now for the demonstration, or for this video, just happened to work. For some reason, I am not really sure why, okay? But it just happens to work for me. Other coins of the same denomination didn't work as well. And well, I think the only reason why you would want to find the right bottle with the right coin is for the fact that you can give the bottle away, okay? Because once you have done the method to place the coin in the bottle, you know, they can rattle it around inside, and the coin isn't going to come out, all right? And that's what makes it a nice souvenir. There are coins here, you know, that will simply just drop into the bottle. If you are going to be using small coins, you know, that can really just drop into the bottle, I think it is still okay to perform Pretty Penny. For example, the effect I performed earlier, you know, the penny push effect, where the coin, you know, just kind of melts through the base of the bottle. I think you can still perform that effect without using a coin that, you know, doesn't fit in the bottle, all right? Because I think that effect alone is kind of impossible enough, you know, as a standalone effect, right? Now, obviously, after, you know, you've done the penetration, you pour the ball, you know, the wine, am I drunk? After you've done the penetration and then you pour the beer away, you know, it's a nice moment when after you've, you know, poured all the beer out and the coin is stuck, right? It's stuck in the mouth of the bottle, right? That kind of proves that the coin can't go in there anyway, you know, and it kind of strengthens the penetration of the coin. But, you know, all I'm saying is, if you aren't able to find the right coin for the right bottle, and if you are going to be using a really small coin, all right, a tiny coin, you can still perform some of the handlings, all right, and make it, you know, quite a decent effect. So one more point about Pretty Penny is, for the most part, okay, it is a really situational effect, I think, okay, because you'd have to prepare the bottle first. You can't realistically, you know, just pick up an empty Corona bottle off, you know, the table at a bar, borrow a coin, and immediately perform the effect, right? You can't do that, I think, okay? It's not that kind of effect. You know, it really is the kind of effect where you have to prepare the bottle, have it with you, and then I think, you know, just go up to someone and say, watch. And then you do the effect, right? And then, you know, and then you hand the bottle away. So if you are performing in a kind of a formal show, you know, a formal kind of a seated close-up show, I think, there is a way that Michael teaches you to prep the bottle, you know, and you can keep the bottle in that state, okay, until you're ready to perform the effect, all right? Namely, the optical coin rise effect. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Pretty Penny by Michael John. I've learned new bits of information, just by watching this tutorial video, how to put a coin inside the bottle. I will still be experimenting with some other coins as well, maybe some other bottles, some other clear bottles as well, in hope that I can find the right coin and the right bottle here in Singapore. A very big thank you to Michael for very generously, letting me in on this, sending me the tutorial and letting me learn it and also chat about it on this show. On the next episode, guys, I will be talking about the other wallet, that Paul Canazzo sent over to me, called the Parallel Wallet. So do stay tuned for that, coming right up, hopefully soon in the next episode. But until then, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Do look after yourselves, stay safe, have fun with your magic and your mentalism, and I will see you on a future episode of Nique Chats.